Life is hard sometimes. We all face difficult moments. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe someone you love is sick. Maybe you feel alone or afraid. In these tough times, it's easy to feel lost. But the ancient Stoic philosophers knew something important. Hard times don't last forever. And inside every struggle, there is a lesson. Today, I want to share with you some of the best Stoic quotes for tough times. These words have helped people for thousands of years. They can help you too. Let me tell you a story. Imagine a man named Marcus. He was a good man, hard-working and honest. But one day, his life changed. He lost his job. Bills piled up. His family worried. Marcus felt like everything was falling apart. He sat alone at night, asking himself, "Why is this happening to me?" Then he remembered something his grandfather once told him. You don't control what happens to you, but you control how you respond. That simple idea changed everything for Marcus. He realized he had a choice. He could stay angry and afraid, or he could focus on what he could do. He started looking for work again. He cut unnecessary expenses. He reminded himself every morning, "This is temporary. I will get through this." And slowly, things began to change. He found a new job. Not as good as the old one at first, but it was a start. And through it all, he learned something valuable. Hardship makes us stronger. This is what the Stoics taught. Life will test us, but in those tests, we find our strength. Let's look at some of their most powerful quotes. The first one comes from Epictetus, a slave who became a great philosopher. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about that. A bad thing happens. Maybe you get sick. Maybe someone betrays you. The pain is real, but the meaning you give it is up to you. You can let it destroy you, or you can learn from it. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, faced wars, plagues, and betrayals. Yet he wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Even an emperor understood. Control what you can. Accept what you can't. Focus on your choices, not your circumstances. Seneca, another great Stoic, wrote, Difficulty strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Think of hardship like exercise. When you lift weights, your muscles hurt, but that pain makes them stronger. The same is true for your mind. Every challenge you face prepares you for the next one. Now let me tell you another story. A woman named Lucia lost her husband. The grief was unbearable. For months, she couldn't sleep. She couldn't eat. Then one day she read a quote from Epictetus. You don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well. At first, she was angry. How can I accept this pain? But over time, she understood. She couldn't bring her husband back, but she could honor his memory by living well. She started helping others who had lost loved ones. Her pain didn't disappear, but it found purpose. This is the Stoic way. They didn't say, ignore your pain. They said, use it. And let it teach you. Let it shape you. Here's another powerful quote from Marcus Aurelius. The obstacle is the way. At first, this makes no sense. How can an obstacle be the way? But think about it. A rock blocks your path. You can complain, or you can climb it. That climb makes you stronger. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Seneca, the founder of Stoicism, said, "Woman is troubled not by events, but by the views he takes of them." Two people lose their jobs. One sees it as the end. The other sees it as a chance for a new beginning. Same event. Different stories. Which one do you want to tell yourself? Now, let's talk about fear. We all feel it. But the Stoics had a different approach. Seneca wrote, "Roads away suffer more in imagination than in reality. Most of our fears never happen. We waste energy worrying about things that don't exist." The Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, imagining the worst case. Why? Because once you face it, you realize, I can handle this. And it is a final story. A soldier named Demetrius was sent to war. He was terrified. But his teacher told him, death is not the worst thing. The worst thing is living in fear of it. Demetrius realized fear was his real enemy, not the battle. When he accepted that death was possible, he found courage. He fought not because he wasn't afraid, but because he refused to let fear control him. This is the gift of Stoicism. It doesn't promise an easy life. It promises a strong mind. So when tough times come, and they will, remember these words. Epictetus. First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Marcus Aurelius. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Seneca. And sometimes even to live is an act of courage. You are stronger than you think. You are stronger than you think. The pain will pass. The lessons will remain. Keep going.